Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary of Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for the 2021 season. And we're going to be focused on game action from the weekend of October 30th. Now, before we get into our plays, and as we turn the page to November and week 10 of our season, I'd like to update everyone on a few of our key statistics. First, targeting. Targeting continues to trend slightly down. We're averaging 0.23 targeting fouls per game, and that is less than one targeting foul enforced in every 4 games. And we've only had 4 players in FBS have multiple targeting fouls. They've had 2, and no player has had 3 for the season. Our game time is averaging 3 hours and 18 minutes. That continues to stay below last season, but 21% of our games are going over 3.5 hours, and that's something we'll continue to take a look at. As far as replay, we're staying steady, averaging 2.1 stops per game and 1 overturn per game. But if you look underneath this, there are 5 categories of reviews that make up 84% of our stops. And that is catch, no catch, targeting, scoring plays, line to gain, and fumble or down. So that's a brief view of some of our stats. Now let's get straight on into our plays.
Our first play this week is going to be the opening kickoff, and the receiver, number 30, is going to catch the kick right about the goal line. He breaks free right up the middle, and then he's going to cut down the right sideline, and it looks like he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. But he's going to drop the ball in the field of play right about the 2-yard line, definitely before he takes the ball across the plane of the goal line. But now, even though we know that the ball is out before it breaks the goal line plane, the next thing we must know is what happens to the ball, is that makes the determination of the outcome of the play. And what we're going to see here is the ball rolls forward into the end zone, and then number 8 of the kicking team is going to recover the ball. So the result of the play is a touchback, and the kicking team will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now, just remember, especially when replay gets involved in these type plays, not only do you need to see if the ball came out before it crossed the plane of the goal, but you must see what happens to the ball in the immediate continuing action. Play 2, the offense is going to complete a pass deep over the middle for a big gain, and we're going to see the receiver is going to slip down well into the red zone. Now, the offense is immediately hustling to the line, not substituting, and we're going to see number 55 of the defense, really the whole defense is hustling to try to get back in position, and then we're going to see number 55, he goes down injured, and the umpire is going to stop the clock for an injury timeout. Now, the staff comes out to check up on number 55, and after he's off the field, we see that just before the next snap, the defense only has 10 players on the field, and so they're not set. They must take a timeout. Now, we know 55, who went out for an injury, must stay out for a play. He can't be brought back in by a timeout, and there's actually got to be a play run. So even if there's a false start or anything that's a pre-snap issue, this would not count as a play. But we're going to see that right after the timeout, number 55 is going to come back in and play the next play, which is really not allowed by rule. Play 3 is 2nd and 4, and we get a run up the middle, and the back is going to break free. He's going to head downfield, and as he's dragging a tackler, he's going to be hit by number 12 of the defense, and our side judge is going to get a marker out for targeting on the play. Now, as we know, every targeting foul is reviewed by instant replay, and they must confirm all aspects of the targeting foul or the targeting is overturned. And so what we're going to see here is the runner, even though he's dragging a tackler, he's not considered defenseless. He's still making progress. And so if there's no defenseless player, then the only type targeting foul we can have is targeting with the crown of the helmet to an opponent. And so as we go back and look at the replays, you're going to see number 12, he clearly does not use the crown of his helmet to strike a blow to the runner. And in fact, he really barely grazes the runner with his shoulder. So replay is going to properly overturn this targeting call. This is how replay should work. There's no targeting here, and number 12 stays in the game. Play 4, we're late in the game, and the offense is snapping from the 9-yard line. The quarterback's going to take the ball, scramble around, and then he throws a pass downfield that is complete well beyond the line to gain. But we've got a flag by our line judge for an illegal forward pass by the quarterback for being beyond the neutral zone when he threw the ball. Now, the rule says that a forward pass is illegal if it is thrown by a teammate or an offensive player whose entire body is beyond the neutral zone when the ball is released. So it's not just where the ball is released. And as we go back and take a look at this play, and we're going to pause it as the quarterback releases the ball, we see that the ball is released beyond the neutral zone, but the right foot of the quarterback is back in the neutral zone. So replay is going to overturn this to a legal forward pass, and there's no foul on the play. Play 5 is another kickoff play, and what we're going to see is the deep receiver is assuming that the kick is going to go into the end zone, but the ball actually hits short of the goal line, bounces back and stays in the field of play. So it's a live ball, and then a kicking team player is going to recover the ball at the 4-yard line. Now, the kickers can recover, but they cannot advance a kick. So the ruling on the field is it's the kicking team ball at the 4-yard line. Now, replay is going to come in and take a look at this, and they really look at two things. Number one, did the kick touch the ground in the end zone? And we know that anytime a kick is untouched by the receivers and lands or rolls into the end zone, if it touches in the end zone, then it's immediately dead and a touchback. But as we look at this, the ball hit just short of the goal line, so it's live and in the field of play. And then the other thing we've got to look at is, did the kicking team player stay in bounds when he recovered the ball? And based on this view, it's very, very difficult to tell. This is the best shot we have. And so replay is ultimately going to let this play stand, and the ball belongs to the kicking team at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Our last play this week is the second half kickoff, and on first look, it appears the kicker tries an awkward onside kick or maybe even partially whiffs the kick altogether. But as we go back and take a look at this, what we're going to see is the ball really just falls off the tee right as the kicker is approaching and attempting to kick the ball. But we do have a rule in place to govern this type situation. And our rule states that after the ball is ready for play, and if for any reason the ball falls from the tee, Team A, the kicking team, shall not kick the ball, and the official shall sound their whistle immediately. So if the ball falls off the tee, the ball is dead, and you can see the center judge blowing his whistle and killing the play. So what do? We're going to re-tee the ball, reset everything, and re-kick. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and we appreciate your time invested in this video. It is hard to believe we're turning the page into November and entering week 10 of our season. Everything begins to be magnified now, but we look forward to an exciting home stretch for college football. So best of luck to all, and stay safe and healthy.